Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of the Being Podcast, a safe space that I have created for us to come together and think about and tweak if we need to how we believe, engage, innovate, navigate, and gain across all areas of our lives. I am your girl, Jada. I am super excited still to be here. I don't know how long I will say that, but for now, I am still really excited to be here for the second season to still be living in this passion project of mine and just wanting to share more of who I am, what I've experienced, as well as some special guests that will be coming on here soon. I'm super, super, super excited about that. And to continue to hear from you all, whether you've been with me the whole time or if you're new, welcome. I just appreciate all of you. And I appreciate that we have this space to continue to come together week after week after week. And I will be here until, I don't know, something changes. But until then, here we go. So I hope that you're having an amazing week. Here we are. It is hump day of Valentine's Day week. And it's funny because I don't typically get into Valentine's Day. And maybe it's because the Christmas holiday is my big thing. My parents' anniversary was Christmas Eve. My husband and I, our wedding anniversary is the 22nd because that's my favorite number. And then you roll around and my birthday is on New Year's. So, we go through all of that. So it's a lot of celebrations. So by the time February comes, I'm like, okay, it's great, right? But shouldn't we be actually practicing all of this all the time, right? Our love, our care, our compassion, which I feel like so many people are missing, right? And even for myself, I have to check myself at times, and especially when it comes to my babies. Like, I love them. And as my husband has told me, they did not ask to be here. And I just have to be very intentional and mindful of that because it's like, we want to. I don't want to say control, but my mama bears out there. We just want things to go the way we want them to go. We tell you not to do something, and as soon as we tell you that, you do it, and then there's problems. But just learning that and having that compassion for them because they are just tiny humans, right? Humans in these little bodies. So I just feel that nowadays there's not a lot of compassion. There's not a lot of even consideration on a day-to-day basis. But maybe people are doing better this week. It is Valentine's Day. I hope you had a great one yesterday. We did. We actually, the kids all celebrated their stuff. I ordered Valentine's Day cards like months ago because I'm always waiting to the last minute. So I was good this time and got their treats for their parties and all of that. And then our church had a couples event that we were able to go to. So it was really nice. And as in most things in my life right now, right, I'm trying to go slow to go fast. I am trying to embrace and enjoy the moments when they're happening versus like just on to the next thing, but actually really enjoying and living life and thriving, right? That's my big thing. I want us to thrive in life. So trying to take all that in, trying to appreciate it. And that's why this week, my episode title is Self Love is Still Not Selfish, especially for my incredible, amazing women who are doing it all. Whether you're a mom, whether you're a boss, whether you are taking care of elderly parents or grandparents, whatever it is that you're doing, I know that you're doing a great job. And a lot of times we get, for a lack of a better word, we get flack, right? Like, oh, you took time away from taking care of your husband to do something for you? I mean, what you mean you went to go get a massage? How is that taking care of your babies? How do you have a new pair of shoes? Whatever it is that makes you feel good about yourself, but people want to shame you for it. I am just here to tell you and to remind you that taking care of yourself first is not selfish, right? I mean, what do they say? We always talk about this. What do they say on the airplanes? Make sure if you're traveling with an infant, make sure to put your mask on before theirs, your vest on before theirs, right? Why? Because we have to be prepared and geared to take care of somebody else. So, my dear ladies, what have you done for you lately? I know it is nice when someone else steps in and takes care of us. I mean, matter of fact, I had knee surgery. Sad story, right? I had knee surgery on last Friday. They just went in and scoped my knee, and Thank God it's getting better, but it's still a little achy. But I went through that, and yep, I had made sure to arrange that, okay, the kids can be taken to school and pick, because I had to be there at 5:30 in the morning, right? Everything is good. I have my medicines, but I had to lean on other people, right, to help me to take care of myself. But I then kind of lost sight of that because the weekend, Saturday and Super Bowl Sunday, and I had to just kind of figure it out and still show up for my babies because they don't care. Y'all know they don't care if you have a broke leg or a hurt knee. They want what they want when they want it. I get it. So I'm saying that to say, in the midst of me just, okay, taking care of them, still trying to take care of myself. Then it's Monday. Okay, I'm up and I'm getting them ready for school. Tuesday comes. Okay, we got all the Valentine stuff together. And I ended up working from home, and there was a bang on my door. Not a knock, y'all. Like someone, like it was like the police. I'm like, who is at my house? But I hobbled downstairs, and before they left, I opened the door, and there was this beautiful bouquet of flowers. And at first, I thought, oh, okay, I guess my boo is sending me something. But it wasn't. It was actually my church sent me flowers and wishing me to get well and to feel better. And the point of that is I was so caught up in still taking care of everybody else that to have someone step in and care enough about me to even like think about me enough to send me flowers. I mean, it made my whole day, dang near my whole week, right? So, it is definitely nice when other people step in and they care for us and they send us a small token of something or a large, whatever it is, to let us know that we are loved and that we are cared for, that we are considered, right? And there's compassion for us. But what I really want to hone in on is what are the things that we can do for ourselves in the event that other people don't, and then it's kind of like we're the cake and then they're the icing, right? I am just saying this to say that while it is nice for other people to help us out, it is definitely still okay for us to take care of us too, right? There was even a time where I would go and buy myself flowers. It was something in one of my coaching programs, and it was like, hey, what is the one thing that you want to do? Live flowers, fresh flowers can be nice. And so I'm like, you know what? Like I told my husband, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Go to the grocery store, buy me some flowers each week. That's like $4 or $5, and just it's just nice. So I started doing that for myself as well. And so these are just little things that I'm throwing out for you. I mean, even now, I make sure that I schedule time for me, right? Like I'm going to schedule those maintenance things, whether it's my hair or, taking time to go get that massage or to get a facial or whatever it is, because it's one thing to think it. It reminds me of my friend saying, where she posted something that said, thinking about exercise is not the same as exercising. And I have started to apply that to everything. Thinking about taking care of yourself is not the same as taking care of yourself. Thinking and waiting for someone else to do it does not mean that it's going to happen. So it is okay if you want to step in and take care of yourself. So, yes, yes, yes. Self care, self love is not selfish. So, if you are still in that mindset, and I get it because it took me a while to get there too, right? Like, who am I now to just disregard, not really disregard, but who am I to put off and say no to something else to say yes to myself? That takes a shift in our minds. Who am I to say, yeah, I'm going to get paid and I'm going to make sure that, yes, all my bills are taken care of. Yes, I have done my giving, however you do that. And then, yes, I'm going to take a piece of this and I'm going to do something just for me, right? There's nothing wrong with that. It's funny. One of my friends was helping me out, and she took our oldest with her for a little bit over the weekend. And they went and got a cupcake or went to the bakery, got something. And my friend asked her, said, hey, Olivia, do you want to eat this now or do you want to take it? I'm sorry. It just makes me laugh. Or do you want to take it home and share it with your brother and sister? And at 6, she was like, no, I think I'm going to have it here by myself. Girlfriend, nothing's wrong with that. And to all my amazing ladies, there is nothing wrong with you getting whatever it is just for you. Because as I say all the time, we can't pour from an empty cup. And I'm not the only one who says it, but it's true. We cannot pour from an empty cup. So, what are the things that are going to fill you up? What are the things that are going to, give you that extra oomph to like make it through the day or make it through the week or get to that goal that you've set? Like, have you set the intention on something you want to reach? And what are the things that are going to help you to get there? Hard work for sure, but hard play also, right? Or soft play if you go get a massage. Um, but in doing those things, I am just here to encourage you and let you know that it is okay. And I tell you what, your support system, they will figure it out. Your babies, if you have them, they will not go without. They will not starve. They will not get hurt. They will be okay. And not only that, I bet you that once you are in a routine, after you've changed this mindset, after you understand that you are a priority, that you are the priority, and you are now functioning in a flow that feels good for you, it's going to benefit all of them. They're going to be looking like, oh, my mama ain't screaming. Maybe that's just my kids. Oh, mama's not flipping out. Um, Mama is able to stop and talk. Like, I am not going to lie to y'all. You know, I keep it 100. I tend to get overwhelmed. It happens. I get overwhelmed. Things seem to all come at the same time. Tell me I'm not the only one, right? Like, everything wants to fall apart at the same time. And in the frustration of it all, you may say something that you don't intend or don't mean, or you might yell or scream or however that comes out, even though that is really not what you want, because it 9 times out of 10 probably really hurts your heart after it's done. And then you're apologizing, which is another topic for later, that it's okay for our babies to see this because it also teaches them that we are not perfect, that we do have room for improvement, that we can change if that is what we want to do, excuse me, and that we're always striving to be better. So, yeah, no one gets it right 100% of the time. And I will be the first to tell you that I tell my babies, mommy needs a timeout. I need y'all to sit over there. I'm going to sit over here. Don't touch me right now. Just be cool, right? Everybody be chill. Let's all just have a moment. Let's all decompress. So there's nothing wrong in having your personal timeout. There's nothing wrong with expressing that to your babies, your husband, your bosses, whoever it is, right? Because communication is key for them to understand so that you can continue to work in a way that's going to be beneficial not only for yourself, but also for them. And it's also okay to make time for you to go have that cheesecake or to go say, the things that I've already mentioned because those are my favorites. But yeah, reach out to me and tell me what are some of your favorites. I would love to try something new. I keep saying, and I'm going to make this happen, right? I'm going to manifest it, that I would love to have like a 3-day weekend where it's just me. I want to go to a hotel. It's like a quick staycation just for me. I can order in or I can go get food. I can come back. I can sleep. And know my babies are okay and know that I am recharging myself. That is a goal of mine. And I'm going to make it happen in 23. And I'll let y'all know when it happens. And I think that that is going to, one, help me to achieve something for myself. Two, it's going to help me to breathe and slow down. And it's going to help me to come back better for everybody that I, you know, work with or work for or help or whatever that is, right? So we have to change our mindsets. We have to know that things are going to be okay, even if it's not us that is the one that does it, right? We have to be okay with that and know that that is a means of self-care and self-love. We have to know that rest is a part of that too. Like, I'm guilty of this too. You just go and go and go and go and go because you feel like, okay, what is society going to think, or what are my friends going to think, or whoever's thinking whatever. We have to let that go. We have to know that, yes, rest is a part of this whole thing that makes us great, that allows us to live in being who we're created to be. So, self-care, self-love is not selfish. So, let's make sure that we understand that. And before I get out of here, I wanted to introduce, and for those of you that are watching, wonderful, you can actually see it. For those of you who are listening, thank you for listening. And if you want any more information about it, reach out to me because I will definitely love to talk to you about it. But I want to talk to you a little bit about EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, also known as tapping. And it's just one of many skills that you can use, put it in your toolkit, pull it out when it works. And the great thing is that you don't need anything except yourself and right and for your mind to be open and receptive. And so basically this is something that I have been certified in. It's something that when I was going through the training, I used a lot. And not only for me, but with Olivia. And at the time, let's see, I think she was about 4 or 5, about to be 5. And it's something that you can use for yourself. It's something that you can use with your kids. It's something that you can use with your friends. Anybody who is open and receptive can use this tool. And it is basically, there's scientific data that supports this, but it helps us basically to help regulate our emotions. Like, and we're spiritual beings, emotional beings, and I'm like you. There's so many things, all the things that drive what I do all the time, right? And so I'm having to learn to one, as I said earlier in this episode, and I say often because my husband tells me, go slow to go fast. How do we pull back and just slow things down so that we're not like having to repeat things? Because if you're going slower, you can be more intentional and can get it done right first versus having to redo it. So going slow to go fast is also a tool. Um, Unplugging, whether it's from social media or from people or whatever, just getting a little distance so that you can just recenter. There's also grounding. I've done this too, where you take socks and shoes off and you go outside and you just like you're one with the ground, like you're grounded and it's like meditation where you can just recenter. So there are tons of things: journaling, meditating, um, talking to friends. All of these things are good to help you when you are being challenged with feeling overwhelmed or feeling um, just out of control. But this particular technique, EFT, emotional freedom technique or tapping, you can do anywhere. You can do, don't fall asleep doing it, but you could do it like if you're driving in the car or if you're at home or when you wake up first thing in the morning or just anytime you just need a timeout, right? And so it's almost like acupuncture. So you're hitting some of the same points in your body that acupuncturists use, except there's no needles because you're just using your fingers. I've learned it using both hands. I've also seen it where you can use one hand, but you're basically, and I would love to do a session. So if you're interested, I will put my Calendly in the show notes so that you can reach out to me. But you are basically going to address anything that is upsetting you, whether you're feeling overwhelmed, whether you want to make more money, whether you just want to create more peace, like whatever it is that's bothering you, you're going to take that, we're focusing on that, we're getting rid of that, and then we're going to replace it with where you want to be. And you're basically just going through and you are tapping on certain areas. So the top of the head, the inner part of your eye, the outer part of your eye, under your nose, under your chin, your collarbone, under your arm, and then your wrist. And it's really simple. It's very effective. Like I'm telling you, I would do this with Olivia. She would be having a wild moment. And instead of me yelling and meeting her energy, I would sit her down and we would go through a couple of rounds of this. And it was amazing how she changed. And not just her, but for me, like, if I need to just breathe, start over, then I can do that. Other women have sworn by it helping them with making more money per month. They have sworn by it getting rid of your cramps. I probably should try that next month. They have used it for headaches. They have used it just for anxiety and depression and PTSD. I mean, it can be used for a host of things. And I just want to introduce this so you'll be seeing it more if you follow me on any of my social media. And I just want to put it out here. So if you are looking for an effective tool that can help you, please let me know because this is one of the main ones that I think can help you in any area of your life. So, with that, my amazing, amazing people, I'm going to get out of here. Again, lots of love, lots of thanks, lots of appreciation and gratitude for continuing to be on this journey with me. It is truly the highlight or one of the highlights of my week to be here and to hear from you all and to just continue to get better. I am not perfect. We will continue to work on these episodes. It make it worth your while checking in and spending a little bit of time with me. So with that, I will be back next week and I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. All right, y'all.